here for the NBA 2K League Combine. Our first game will be Team 2 versus Team 3. Go through the rosters one more time. We've got BP, Fanta, Dunn, and Big Twin going up against ForgiveJustin, Tutak, D, and then replacing Retro will be Mr. Dario, and then Boop manning the center spot. And I am very, very lucky to be joined by the great, the effervescent Champ 2K, my first guest today on the Combine Show. How you doing, Champ?
I'm doing good. Appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, I'm gonna help you out with that microphone. There you go.
Appreciate. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
There we go. All right. So I appreciate you guys having me on. I'm in Harris's neck of the woods now, here in Boston, Massachusetts, aka Foxborough. It's a big day today. You know, we get to see some prospects show out. We see a couple redemption tours. We got guys like Fanta, BP playing today. Just a lot of really new faces, man. You talk about the new age versus the old age. It's really a special moment. And this event, in general, it's been very special.
Yeah, and we'll have two games going on at once. We got our main stage matchup and then a second station as well. So it should be a fun matchup today. Very excited to see BP and Fanta playing out here, but also while I have you up here, I mean, you know, you haven't done as much draft content this year, but I got to get your take on Tutak, my guy. I mean, he is as good of a prospect as we've seen at the shooting guard spot. What do you make of him?
I mean, listen, he's basically beat the allegations. Everybody was accusing him. I was here early in the pre-draft process. I kind of saw everything he was going through, him and Dynasty. And I was happy to see him come here and silence all the haters. And people still don't believe in him.
Yep.
They still think, they're like, check his controller, switch his controller. I'm like, what are you talking about?
You know, it's funny. He had a storage card in the back of his Xbox yesterday, and I sneakily asked him, I was like, what's that? And he's like, storage. We're having fun with it.
All right, guys, I'll check that later on. I'm gonna double check that one for you guys.
An early 6-5 lead here for Team 2. Again, Team 2, BP, Fanta, Kingsworld, Don, and Big Twin. You know, we've been talking a lot about the center position, and you see Big Twin down there. You know, obviously we're separating him from his twin brother. Goes by Little Twin, not too surprising there. But what do you make of Big Twin and the center position in general? I mean, we have so many center spots this year.
Well, I think for years the center position was very hard to get into the NBA 2K League.
Absolutely.
But as we're seeing some guys retire, we're seeing some guys move on to being coaches, we're seeing some openings, and we're seeing the evolution of the center spot. It used to be a position that you would just sit down in the paint, you'd get your twos and set screens. Now it's evolved, so you got the pick and pop going, you got a lot of off-ball action going on with centers, and even now they're not even in the pick and roll for some situations.
Seriously. I mean, most of the time it's the power forward. Centers trying to rotate, come off of corners. There are a couple guys who can do both, who can defend pick and roll and corner, but those guys are slim pickings nowadays, man.
I mean, those are unicorns. Those are unicorns.
They are unicorns, absolutely. And then once those guys can also poppers, then you have low-key godlike. 9-7 early here. That'll be a quick foul. Ooh, gonna be a charge. We're going the other way.
Man, but let me tell you, those Sub-Zero guys yesterday, I mean, I got to say, you know, hats off to them. They really performed yesterday against my ESGN guys, so I really have to give compliments to that entire team. Those guys brought the energy. I did not expect the game to be that close, but they put up a fight.
Dude, Kingsworld has been, I feel like, in this community for a really long time. We've kind of seen his evolution as a man, you know, had a kid. I think he's married now. We remember the engagement post that went viral. So it's great to see Kingsworld still around and also dominating, too. I mean, one of the better locks that we have, unfortunately, there's not a lot of lock spots. But let's actually talk about the locks while we're here, while we're on the topic. You have D out there, had a tough rookie season with Heat Check Gaming. Do you think that he will improve in his second year if he does get back in the league?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to do a lot of improving coming into just his, like, you know, his attitude coming into this. He has something to play for. Before, like I said, he got in the league, he got a little comfortable, was in a tough situation down in Miami, but I think this is kind of just like a lot of guys similar in this combine right now. It's the redemption tour. This is their opportunity to prove themselves.
I'm excited to see how D does. As Boot throws it down for the easy, too. Pink hair, don't care. Very excited to see him coming up in the NBA 2K League. I don't want to assume that he gets drafted, but at this point, with how many center spots there are and how good he looks, it might be fair to start assuming.
I mean, to be honest with you, the center spot is still very hard because we see a lot of former unretained players get back in the league in positions. Even we've seen already guys like Dimes who played point guard who went over to the center position.
Yep.
So we see guys like Antoine who, can be a great center, transition over. So I wouldn't be surprised if, maybe some of these former unretained players might take some of those spots as well coming up in this draft.
Well, obviously, the NBA 2K League draft coming up next month. Going to be really exciting to see. Only 34 draft picks, man. I remember when you and I started doing mock drafts. We started doing all the big boards, man. We used to have 65 picks when we started out, and it has descended every single year. We went down to 50, then we went down to 40. Now we're in the 30s, man. My prediction is that by next year, unless we get expansion teams, of course, and we have 5 open new spots, I think we will have over 100 retained players next year and under 25 draft picks, which will be nuts.
I used to not really like the idea of less spots. I like new talent coming in every year, but it's kind of grown on me more as you say it that we have all the best players in the league. The league is starting we see the competitiveness in this tournament alone. There's so many good players and they're already in the league. So to be honest with you, I think it makes it that much better when it comes to these games. Every game matters, every situation matters, every little thing showing up on time. It's just things like that.
They all matter.
It all matters. This is just an event like this is so special.
Nice shot there by ForgiveJustin, a guy who coming over from the 3v3 scene has started to take over a bit in the 5v5 spot. Obviously, kind of a budding Twitch audience too. Let's talk a little bit about the threes culture coming over to 5v5. We have so many great talents. You got Dario out there. We saw him on a 3v3 community team last year. Now he's playing fives. There's Justin with a great play. Tutak can play some threes too. You just have so much talent coming over from the stage and threes community. Obviously, it's a positive for the league, but how far do you think it's going to go as Tutak knocks down the buzzer beater to close out the first quarter? No Zen needed.
Well, I think the evolution of 3v3 has really evolved the game of fives as well. And when you look at defense, I think players have become better defenders because when you're 3v3, you're on an island. You don't have as many guys that are rotating and stuff like that. You have a much bigger space that you have to one-on-one. It's you and that guy. And you see guys, wow.
Look at Boot going crazy, man. Gotta love the energy on stage. I think also with threes, you mentioned kind of the way that it's changed five. It's changed the way that offenses play. We're starting to see lock set screens as Tutak. That's going to be a little too contested even for him to make. But you kind of see just the way that people play offense, right? Lock setting screens, guys coming off, power forwards flaring up and wrapping to kind of get open, switching corners. Obviously a lot of this stuff has been in fives, but you can see how the two modes are starting to gel together a little bit. But we got a 16-16 ball game here, back and forth. Two extremely talented teams. Very excited to see Team 1 and Team 4 later today as well. As we pull up from 3 here, can't knock that one down. Big rebound from Dario, and he'll be immediately fouled.
And I just want to talk about Dario stepping in. Obviously, we had another player that was supposed to be in that position, but him coming here, showing up. Now, this is his opportunity to show himself and prove himself.
Yeah, seriously. And a guy like Dario, he was so good last year on Dot Squad. Him, Trey Dollars, you had Jolo on that team too. They were really fun to watch. Trey Dollars obviously got an opportunity through the Wave Ad program, as Dario's going to miss that 3, but that man is just unbelievable. His domination continues. It was funny when we were on stream. I was on stream before we came here this weekend. I mentioned how I'm starting to hear rumblings about Boot as a top 10 pick. I'm wondering if we're going to get Boot top 7 pick. His draft stock is just skyrocketing, especially with the amount of teams that need centers. And again, it is a light center class, man. I was trying to type it out yesterday. You hit the 5th best prospect, and you're like, oh boy, we're getting into AAA standards here. We're not in the majors anymore.
For years, we didn't really I remember a couple years ago, we had a hard time finding any centers coming in.
Yeah, no, we were begging them. We're like, where are the new centers?
As a guy who plays center, I'll say that it's not a position that is necessarily the hardest on the court, but it's one of the most important positions. And when you have a guy who can play that position at a high level, it's the difference between winning a championship.
I feel for our guy, Dirk. He just tried to get into the league in the wrong year. Dirk, if you try this year, man, this might be it. He's somewhere around here. 24-18. Starting to take a little bit of control here. Team 3. That backcourt of ForgiveJustin and Tutak along with Boot down low. That's about as good as you're going to get offensively for a randomized team. Let's see what BB can do off the dribble, going toe-to-toe against Tutak. BP left side, trying to get to the top of the key. Nothing there. Down low to Tikinos. 1v1 with Boot. And stick dunks on his head. Well done by Tiki.
When you look at this game, the contact dunks are crazy. I see centers, it reminds me of the old 2K17 days when you could sit down in the paint and you could just slam it on someone's head every play.
And Boot just did the same, gave it right back to him, man. So much fun watching him play. My comp for him has always been Big Rain. Just a versatile player down low, great rebounder, great on kickouts too. I thought last year Rain had a real breakout season with Pacers Gaming. Played great for them in fives. Was awesome when he swapped in to play 3v3 with them at the 4 spot. So excited to see Rain again coming off a breakout season, but very excited to see Boot with his passion and intensity hopefully get in. We got Fanta pulling up from the mid-range. That won't go. Rebound by Mr. Boot. We're going down the lane. Boot to Tutak for the 2. You bet.
You know, listen, you already know that man's going to hit some crazy shots. It's one of those things that I've never seen a prospect. I mean, like, the last time I saw a guy like this was like 6'30".
It's 6'30",
like,
that's it.
Literally,
that
was literally his comparison for me when I saw him coming in. Jeez.
It's only gotten more and more ridiculous. And I think the part that has really inspired me so far about him is he's got badge, so we might want to just kind of start counting our blessings here. He's starting to hit high-level professional shots. Like, I know the 35-footers people love. They look great on Twitter, telling people to put their hand down, whatever. But I'm looking for the shots that he's going to hit as a pro, the shots that are going to win his team games and elevate his team's ceiling. And he's done a great job this weekend of taking and making those shots. Ooh. That's going to be an air ball, though. You got to do it with me. Ready? There we go. Champs for a Suey. It's 28-23. Tutak with his first bad miss of the day.
I mean, like I said, when I look at a lot of these shooting guard prospects, like when there's certain guys in the league, when you see them have that badge, there's like everyone's just like, yo, where is he? Where is he? Like, everyone's just looking for him. That he's gonna be one of those guys in the league. Like yesterday, my team, we're like, where's Johnny? Where's Johnny? Because that's one of the best shooting guards in the world.
Well, we had comms on while you guys, so Johnny had badge, and there's this great defensive rotation where all five guys were like, Johnny, 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 and then all of a sudden run over there, catch the ball, steal, and we're going the other way. And also, you want to talk about a guy who's insane with badge. How about Benzo yesterday? 10 for 11. Just an unbelievable performance in that second and third quarter to take that game over breakout. Unreal.
I mean, there's a reason he's been projected the #1 pick for years now. This isn't something like it was like, oh, it happened yesterday. It's not like the Gallo situation where it just happened in one pre-draft. This has been going on for years. Benzo has been running retail for a while now, and this is his opportunity to finally be in the NBA 2K League.
Justin, way downtown, puts in the 30-footer. Nice shot from ForgiveJustin as his hot weekend continues. A guy who is starting to fly up draft boards. I will say, got a big ego, which is okay, because sometimes you need that ego in your point guard as BP responds with a 3 of his own. We got a 3-point game entering the dying embers of the first half.
It's a very back-and-forth game. These guys, it's like, it's a big shootout right now. These guys are all playing for something, In the past, Combine, we didn't always have the most competitive games, but this feels like one of the most competitive Combines I've ever watched.
This is a real competitive atmosphere as Boot gets the slam to put them up by 5. And again, I keep saying this, it's best of 1. Double elimination. I'm used to saying single elimination, best of 3 is BP from downtown. Logo. The 34-footer with badge, and it's a 2-point game. Wow. That's how you close out a quarter. 12 for BP, 15 for Fanta.
Fanta is going off. This is his redemption tour. He said, I am back. The thing is, the biggest thing of Fanta is he talked about maturity. He said he's back. He's done a lot of, personal, just looking into himself, trying to better himself, trying to just be, a better person. And I think he's improved a lot. And his game looks fantastic right now.
He looks so much more comfortable at the 2-guard spot. And we had this conversation about Benzo yesterday where some guys just, they fit that mold a little bit better, more as like a secondary handler, but a primary scorer. Like, it's just a different role. It's a different mindset than playing point guard. And I think what's good about this is that yesterday we saw Fanta with Duck, where Duck was really struggling, and, it was really just all Fanta scoring as D gets the steal and the slam. But today, you'll see BP's playing well, and Fanta's also playing well. They're doing a good job of playing off of each other and producing at a high level. And I think that's good for Fanta to show GMs where it's like, hey, I can operate as a 2-headed monster in a backcourt with another high-level guard, and we're going to put up points.
I honestly like Fanta as like a secondary option. Like,
I love it. I think it's a great fit for him.
I think, honestly, because he's more of the scoring type.
Yeah. Because think about it this way, you'll also get the 3v3 part of the league to get him ramped up, get him comfortable with his team, and then all of a sudden once you hit 5s, he's already comfortable on the league build, and it's just easier. I feel like when he came into the league, we were swapping back and forth between 3s and 5s, and I don't know if that rhythm really helped him, but we'll see if he's able to make an impact as here comes Team Red, and D puts it down and 1. Big Boot getting up and screaming. Love the passion here at the Combine as Team Red about to go up by 7 here midway through the third.
Well, see, a big thing, too, is a lot of GMs come here. They don't even just come for the gameplay. They see how these players and how they carry themselves on stage. That's something that matters so much. Just your composure in general when you're up and you're down. Like, that is something that is so crucial to you getting drafted in the NBA 2K.
And there's a way to show passion on stage, and I think Boot's actually doing a really good job of showing, right? There's a way to do it without, abusing your opponent. And, we saw yesterday with Breakout and ESPN where, it didn't cross a line for me. I'm an old esports guy. I remember the days of Gears where people were calling out wives and girlfriends and all that jazz. But, we're definitely a little bit more of a tempered community. So I think yesterday, probably that was the very top level of what you're going to see from Trash Talk. But what you're getting from Boot today, a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more like what we see in the league.
Well, the big thing too is like, yes, it's important to have that energy. Like some of our greatest players in the NBA 2K League, guys like Dave Fry, guys like Ramo.
Oh, we had a great battle yesterday. That was awesome.
But like we see guys like that, they bring the energy, and that's something some teams need. There's some teams in this league right now that need that energy. They need that guy, that core guy that they can build around. And I think that Boot might be that guy.
He might just be, as that's a 3 from the top of the key, knocks it down. Big time shot there, and I like this team. This team 3 is really starting to move. They're up by 8. Let's see if BP and Fanta can get back control of this game. Down to Tiki Nose, going 1v1 with Boot. That's going to be a quick blocking foul. You got to do the blocking foul. Right? Blocking foul. Other way. Yeah, that's the blocking. That's the refs. The
Other
refs.
way.
Blocking foul. Going that way. BP down low to Don. That one will go off the glass. 6-point game. 41-35 here. 3 minutes to go. Got my boy Champ 2K with me. It's nice to see you at a UPA event, man. I know it's been a quieter off season for you. You've been working on the life behind the scenes. You know, you got a house now. You got a girlfriend now. You're turning into a grown-up, man. Brings a tear to my eye.
Man, growing up, man. It's one of those things.
Look at us, man. Look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Who would have thought? Not me.
Well, it's wonderful to have you here, my guy. Obviously, ESGN. You got a great team this year. Spam, Benzo. You got Retro in there as well. I mean, such a fun squad. Awkward was going crazy yesterday with Lux. That was an absolute blast. So that one's going to be out of bounds. Looks like Team 3 will end up with it. 6-point game here.
So with the NBA 2K League Combine, we've now had 2 worlds come together.
Yeah.
UPA and the NBA 2K League are finally together for
Finally.
something. We've been talking about this for years.
I feel like their like partnership was always like a handshake basis. This is a big bear hug.
Yes.
This is the NBA 2K League and UPA embracing in a very warm hug, and it's beautiful to see. And I think, you know, look, this is an esport that was started at the very bottom. Like, when you talk about grassroots esports, this is about as grassroots as you're going to find, as that's going to be another big-time 3 there. And just to see it grow and blossom like a beautiful tree is really been cool to watch. I mean, I came into it a little bit later, but, I mean, this feels like putting adrenaline into the body. I mean, this is great for both the league and the community.
I've been with this for almost 10 years almost. I think it's about 8 years now that I've been involved in this community. Some of my childhood best friends were in this league. My guy Nate, who's a coach in the league.
He's a coach now.
Like it's like I've known him since I was like in like 4th grade. Like it's crazy to see my world come together. It's almost like this was always meant to be for me to be in this environment.
Nice shot there from Justin. Big time 3. Boot is letting him hear it as the intensity ramps up here at the Combine. It's an 8-point game, 47-39. You know what it is, Champ? We keep getting older. Prospects keep getting younger.
I know. I was like looking
I'm almost 30 now. It's crazy. Kings rolled out of the corner. That 3 won't go. Nice board from Tiki, and he gets the and one. You
ever see like those Pee Wee football? They're like, I need a birth certificate. That kid looks way too old. Like it's one of those situations where it's the opposite way around. I look at some of these guys. I'm like,
Are you 18? Are you sure about that, bro?
Yeah, we need to double check that guy.
Yeah, honestly, man. Shout out to Big Twin and Little Twin. I was not convinced they were 18 until I heard that they just finished up there.
Yeah, they're college freshmen.
They're college freshmen, man.
They're living their best life.
Bro, I literally remember being a college freshman, and it's crazy to think that that's what we got now. Yeah.
Oh.
We got Justin here with Badge over to the corner. Dario for 3. Can't knock it down. Nice rebound there from Don. Here comes the white team. Fanta for 3 in transition. Knocks it down. That's a big shot from Fanta. You got to show as a shooting guard. Those leak out 3s are the difference between scoring 15 to 18 points per game as a shooting guard and scoring like 9 to 10.
And being able to find the spacing is so important because a lot of guys will clog the area and go in the same direction. Like he found a way to drag himself because the little details that you can't pay attention to, he purposely put himself there to put himself in a position to be viable for a 3. And now it's a 4-point game.
He's starting to eat right now, 49-45. We have a great 4th quarter coming up here. Let's see if the white team can ramp up one more bucket to close out the 3rd quarter. Giving it to BP. Go toe-to-toe with D. Gets it over to Fanta. And we got a little Fanta versus Tutak action going on. Nice move from Fanta. Puts up a 3. Got a little cocky with it. That won't go. Boot down the lane. Oh, aggressive pass, but Tutak comes away with it because, of course, he does. Justin with Badge, looking for an opening. Gets double teamed and a very smart foul by BP. Yeah. That 3 was coming.
And that's the big thing is like just foul on transition. Slow it down. Slow the game down. Do not rush the game. Slow it down.
Tutak with it now. It'd be a nasty time for a Tutak 3. He gets it over to D. Back over to Tutak. Way over to Justin from downtown. Oh, rolls out.
Big board by Dario right there.
Huge board. Justin's going to get another shot at it with badge. 9-second differential between shot and game clock, but Boot slams it down. 16 seconds left here in the third. We got a 6-point game. Fanta starting to really cook up here in the second half. BP doing a good job of getting his hot shooting guard the ball. Again, the job of the point guard, feed the guys who are playing well. It doesn't always have to be about you. You can be a playmaker, you can be a secondary guy. Let's see what BP does here. Couple seconds on the clock. Gets it over the corner, nice pass to Dunn. Knocks down the 3 at the buzzer. 51-48, great play by BP, and we're gonna have a hell of a fourth quarter.
Wow. Just wow. These guys came out to play, Harris.
Yes,
they said,
did.
Guess what? NBA 2K League Combine, here I come.
It's party time. Justin
It's a
for
party in
3,
the
now
USA.
sits down to open up the fourth quarter. God bless America. Where's India where you need him? That's going to be a violation. Who's going to get the ball? Oh, we're going to flip it around. How about 29 points for Justin? Only 6 for Tutak. Tutak doing a lot more playmaking. He's been a little bit more connective tissue than high-end
he's
scorer.
more like a smoke screen. He's a distraction.
Exactly.
The team is more focused on him, so other guys, it opens opportunities for them to score.
Gravity matters in basketball, man. That is for damn sure. BP gets it over to Fanta. Let's see what he can do. Cooking up against 4 and D. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Fanta crossing up over to the corner. Kings World has an opening. Can't knock it down. Easy board for Boot. They'll take the transition opportunity slow. Justin, I feel like he has had badge for the entire second half. Justin trying to get away from Kings World. Crossing him up over to the corner. Dario not going to go. Great job by the corner defender staying home. Fanta will get fouled in transition.
Good foul.
Dario playing good defense, struggling a little bit shooting the ball here, but he's had a couple of big plays to kind of keep this game close. Dickey to BP. Slowing it down, trying to get the tempo back under control. Only down by 6. Over to Fanta. Again, a little slow tempo here, trying to be methodical in the half court, but he's going to get poked away. Who's going to come away with it? It's Dickey Nose. We're going the other way with it, Justin. Again, slowing it up in transition. Both teams starting to get a little bit tight as we close down this best-of-1 double elimination game. Our first one here at the day 2 of the 2K League Combine. That would be a quick foul.
At this point in the game, it's about slowing it down. Just relax. Don't rush things. Don't rush possessions. Take the half court. Work your way through it. Don't rush possessions. And that's something that will be the difference between winning and losing in this game.
Tutak with it now. 5 on the shot clock. Does he have anything in that deep bag of his? He's getting bumped well by 4 and D. Tutak puts up a miracle 3. That's not going to go. Easy board from Tiki Nose. And BP in transition. Yes, sir. Big time shot from BP. That's a pro level shot. And we're back to 3.
BP's back.
He's looked great. I love the maturity he's showing as a playmaker now. It's such a different player than we're used to seeing, you know. He's using his dribble moves to set up defenses instead of set up his own shot. And that's a big thing for me and a big thing for playing point guard in 2K24. Setting up your own shot off the dribble is just not really going to happen a lot. You got to know how to play it up. But Justin says, Harris, shut up. He's going to miss the shot. Nice board for Boot. He puts it down.
Boo is putting this team on his back right now.
He's been outstanding. A little bit quiet of a third quarter, but we know that when it's game time, he's going to show up. We got a 5-point game here, first game of the Combine, day 2. BP taking over a bit here. Nice cut from Fanta. Very smart off the dribble handoff.
That was a good play call right there.
Very good play call. 56-53 now. Back to a 1-possession game, about 2:20 to go here. Justin. Downloaded Tutak. They answer back with a cut of their own.
You got to talk there. That was a really obvious one right there. Like someone's got to either rotate from the corner or the center's got to call it out.
That'll hit the 2-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Game has been close the whole way. Nice cut from Kings World. He gets the 2 himself. Cut starting to come in. Not a lot so far in this game, but you catch a guy falling asleep, ball watching a little bit, you're going to get those open buckets. 3-point game.
And the thing is, I've seen this weekend a lot of lack of the back doors.
Yeah, very true. Guys are starting to play deeper into the wings to catch those back doors. It is opening up corner threes as Tutak off the crab. Wow. Oh, misses the wide open. His shot has been way off so far this game, but that's okay. That one will go out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
Jeez, man. See, the thing is, like, Tutak, it's like he has his moments where he's shooting these crazy shots and making them, and then it's just like 2K might have the algorithm where he just starts struggling, he starts missing open shots.
This is why it is important to distinguish pro players versus prospects. Tutak is an elite prospect, but we will not know what he is until he becomes a professional and we see him play in the league as they go up with that one. Not going to go. Easy board from Boot over the little guy. And hey, Tiki Nose finally,
it's a big possession
finally stands up to that stick dunk. And here comes Team White, BP. He's got badge. He's looking for the tie. Can he get an opening? Puts up a three. Can't get it.
Big
nice board from Tiki Nose again. Nice little situation there for him. First the block on the other end, or I guess the hand in there on the other end. The second possession coming up here. BP, minute 10 on the clock. 10 on the shot. Playing it slow. That is a miracle. He hits it. Whoa there, BP. That's a big-time shot. And they tie the game up. We got a barn burner here to open up the combine. Minute left to go, 58 all. Justin's been in his bag. Does he have something to show us? That'll be their one to give. 53.6, I believe both teams have used their foul to give.
Yes. Yes, they have.
So
that's
here we go.
That's so important to call in this possession. Just you got to know you have that foul.
Justin going toe-to-toe with King's World. He's been doing well against him so far. Gets it over to the super prospect. Down low to Boot. Is he going for the stick dunk again? He can't get it. Tiki Nose finally making an impact on him, and we'll get a timeout. Tiki Nose has been getting dunked on all game, and he finally said, you know what? I'm done with you. Stop it. You're done. Get out of here. 2 in a row.
That was great timing by him.
Tired of this.
As a center, a lot of guys say just keep your hands up, but you got to know at one point you got to jump because he had that position for that contact dunk.
Especially as a center. Power forwards, you're probably never going to be able to stop it, but the big centers of the wingspan, you might have a chance at it. So here we go. Big possession here for Team White. They've been down almost the entire game. They have a chance to take the lead. BP, he has been on fire in the fourth quarter. Looking for the pass. 1v1 against Tutak. BP, the dribble god himself, behind the back, puts up the three. Oh my goodness.
That's the difference between a prospect and a professional shot right there.
That man BP is back, 61 to 58. He's got 23.
7 for 12 from 3?
A 16-point second half for BP. He has been outstanding, leading this team to the lead. And here we go, 20 seconds left, 3-point game.
Are you taking last shot?
Honestly, I'll take whatever shot I can get. Over to the corner. They get it to Justin. He's looking for a three. That'll be a foul. They'll send him to the line. Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
He'll hit one. He'll hit two. 61 to 60 now. Such a well-played fourth quarter from BP. He's passed the ball when he's needed to. He shot the ball when he's needed to. Been really impressed with him, especially his relationship with Fanta. As Fanta gets fouled there, he'll go to the line. A little back and forth free throw action here. Whoever misses first loses.
Wow, math.
Fanta hits both. 3-point lead with 9 seconds to go. Do we have another miracle shot in us, or will it be another foul?
You got to get a quick shot off.
Yeah.
You got to get a quick shot. You got to have a play here. We might need to go in the Warriors gaming playbook here.
Yeah. Here we go. 9.2 seconds on the clock. Over to Tutak, immediately fouled. Not even a chance to put up a shot. So go to the line for two. Oh, he missed.
Oh!
I told you.
No!
First guy who misses loses. No! Tutak has not had his shot timing down so far. He misses.
Oh, my God!
Whoa there. Not what you expect. That's going to be a quick foul. They're starting to talk up Tutak a little bit. He can't believe it. The green god himself, not to be. Honestly, one of the tougher games he's had on stage, man. You're not going to have your way every game. It's a good learning lesson for him. As this Team White, they played outstanding basketball in the second half. They kept it alive in the fourth quarter. How about a 15-9 fourth to take over? BP, a 23-8, make it 24-8, 8-13 from the field, 7-12 from three, and only 2 turnovers. That's what you like to see from BP. A real classic throwback game.
But let's talk about Fanta. Like Fanta as well, out here shooting 10 for 12, 2 for 5 from 3, doing his job being the secondary guard. Like, fantastic. And obviously we had to talk about Boot's game. Unfortunately they lost, but Boot had a great game.
He did. 16-11 for Boot. And there's Fanta talking a little bit of trash. 65 to 60. That one will go out of bounds, and that will do it here for this game. What a fun first combine game we have as BP. 3 huge shots down the stretch, including 2 monster threes from way downtown. And the throwback, BP is back, man. He is back. We are seeing him at his full power, and they are going to take this first game and stay in the winner's bracket here in the combine.